Before we follow him any further, we need to step back and understand the world he was walking into. Because Vietnam, well, it's one of those words that everybody's heard, but not everybody truly knows. To some, it's a film poster, a soundtrack, helicopters silhouetted against an orange sky. But long before Hollywood got a hold of it, Vietnam was a country fighting for its identity and trapped between two giants locked in a Cold War that froze the world in place. After World War II, the United States and the Soviet Union didn't settle their differences. They dug in, one pushing democracy, the other communism. Each terrified that if they lost ground, the whole world might tip out of balance. Most Americans back then never used the phrase domino theory, but the idea was simple. If one country in Asia turned communist, others might follow. And so the U.S. stepped into Vietnam, at first quietly, then not quietly at all. Vietnam had already spent decades fighting for independence, first from the French, then divided into North and South, each convinced history belonged to them. The North, communist and fiercely determined. The South, fighting to hold on with American support. In the early 60s, America's role grew. Advisors, supplies, training. But after an incident in the Gulf of Tonkin in 1964, still argued about to this day, Congress gave the president broad power to escalate. And escalate he did. What started as a trickle became a flood. More missions, more troops, more young men drawn from small towns, big cities, farms, factories. Boys barely old enough to shave, suddenly carrying rifles through rice paddies halfway around the world. Back home, America began to fracture. Some believed the war was necessary, a stand against communism. Others felt it was a mistake, swallowing thousands of lives. College campuses erupted, streets filled with protests. Families argued across dinner tables. For the first time in history, the news brought a war straight into American living rooms. Grainy black and white footage, burning villages, soldiers exhausted and scared. Helicopters whipping up dust clouds as they lifted off with the wounded. Our boy grew up in that world, a world where the government said one thing, the evening news seemed to show another, and the truth, whatever it was, felt lost somewhere in between. By 1969, Vietnam wasn't just a conflict. It was a question the whole nation was wrestling with. And now, it was calling his name too.